everyone, welcome back to Poomsae with Master AJ. Today's video topic is 5 common mistakes in Poomsae. As a competitor and coach, I notice a lot of mistakes that are pretty common throughout athletes competing, and here are the top 5 that I have narrowed down to. Number 1, an improper uniform or improperly fitting uniform. Number 2, your heels come up in your transitions. Number 3, multiple steps per transition. Number 4, improper posture in your hips and shoulders during your stance. And number 5, a bent front knee during front kick. Number 1, improperly fitting uniform or improper uniform. Right now we're looking at a chart that shows the different divisions and the uniforms required per division. Remember that these uniforms are used for the age and gender of each athlete, not your rank. So you don't have to be a specific rank to uphold any of these uniforms as long as you're at least a black belt. You want to make sure that your uniform is properly fitted on you. You don't want it to be too long or too baggy, or it can compromise how the overall look of your performance is. That can hurt you in your accuracy and presentation. For example, I used to wear a bigger uniform and I was getting a lot of errors because it looked like I wasn't bent enough, or it looked like my stance wasn't long enough, and various reasons. Number 2, heels coming up during your transitions. I find this one to be pretty popular no matter what type of competitor you are. If you're a beginner competitor or more advanced competitor, heels coming up during transitions is something that is pretty common but also adds up a lot on your accuracy score and your presentation score. When your heels come up, it causes you to go up and down or lose your footing or lose your balance and stability, and it doesn't show good weight transfer. So when you're doing your Poomsae, keep your heels down. Number 3, taking multiple steps during your transitions. For this one, I mostly see when athletes struggle with one transition, they'll almost take a pre-step before turning, and it's another thing that starts to add up on your accuracy score and your presentation score. So you want to make sure that you're making each transition with one swift movement while keeping your heels down. So number 2 and number 3 kind of work together, and they're very easy to accumulate deductions if you're not doing them properly. Number 4, improper posture in your stances. So this one is kind of common because sometimes athletes don't know which way their hips and shoulders should be facing for each stance and each hand technique. There are some hand techniques that require your hips and shoulders to be in a different posture for the same stance. So you want to make sure that you're aware of which ones that you're supposed to be doing and how to always just go back to a natural setting. Once you know the natural positions of each stance and the posture that they require, it's going to help you understand the movement a lot better. So definitely check your stances. That's kind of a theme of this video. There's already 3 mistakes associated with stances. Number 5, a bent knee in your base leg for front kick. I chose this one because front kick is the common kick across all of your Poomsae. There's only one Poomsae that doesn't have a front kick, and if you know it, put it down in the comments below. So because front kick is very common, it's easy to undertrain because it's not as hard as side kick. And so a lot of the things that I see wrong with front kick is a competitor's base leg is bent. You want to try to straighten that up as much as you can by pushing down into the ground to stand nice and tall. Usually when your base leg is bent, you also have other things wrong with your kick, such as lower back being bent and your hips and shoulders not being engaged all the way. So if you straighten your base leg out, it's going to help align everything up and make it nice and tall for you to have a maximum height front kick. These are 5 common mistakes that I see as both a coach and competitor, and I think most people aren't aware that they're actually doing these mistakes. So next time you practice Poomsae, make sure you're checking. Be aware of what you're doing. Video yourself and see if you're making any of these mistakes. We'll see you next time. Bye! Another popular one that I see, all of these are popular, part that displays the right now, holy cow, I can't talk today. Number 4, what was number 4? Oh, number 4.